Hello guys, today I'm gonna be doing a small project of attaching the GoPro to my helmet in a desired place. Now, as you are aware, maybe you're not, but when you buy a GoPro, you get several of these kind of attachments where you can stick it on, where you can put it on, but the point is, let me get it out, it won't fit exactly on every single piece or every single spot on the helmet. So my idea is, the best for me would be to put the GoPro in this area, so it would capture exactly the center, the whatever I'm looking at. It won't be a side, somebody puts it on the side, somebody puts it on the top. You can do it in various ways, but my plan is to put it in front. Now, the problem is, with this kind of let's say clamp or whatever you call that, it is curved. So it's curved on the both axes, right? But these curved parts do not fit everywhere. What I mean is, it will stick only to one side. If you can see here, you see that it does not fit with the whole surface. So basically, it's capturing only small piece of the helmet itself, and if I stick it to that one piece, one point, with a small area where it would stick in this position now, most likely it will fall off during the drive, or maybe even before, while putting the helmet on, or for sure it would not have the proper, it will not stick properly to the helmet. So what I'm planning to do is, as I have seen already on a channel of Canadian Moto Gal, I guess, she was doing this, so I'm gonna do the same thing. It looked very practical, and it seems to be the best way to properly attach it to the helmet itself. Now, if you would be putting this one somewhere aside, then it would lay exactly in a proper way. It would cover the whole surface of this sticky area of this holder of the GoPro. But as I said, most of the helmets, they have a smaller radius, curved radius here, and the ones that you get with by the GoPro, what they manufacture, it will not stick in both axes. So in this one as well, as you can see, it will not fit, as well as the vertical one. As you can see, it can move. So the idea is, we're gonna be using this is what I bought. This is a 2-component epoxy putty. So what it is, actually, it's made for repairs. There are several different, I mean, there is a whole bunch of, whole variety of those. I bought this one, I don't know why, I'll have to test it, because I've never worked with it, I've never used it. The thing is, it gives you the settling time of 5 minutes, meaning what? Inside there is this putty in 2 components. So once you mix it, it will start the chemical reaction of hardening, after which you have 5 minutes to attach it, to mold it in the way that you desire, and then to put it in place. It will stick to most of the materials. It says for woods, for ceramics, plastics, metal, stone, and Pluto. So I'm expecting that it will work fine in this case. First, what we need to do, as you are aware and as you can see, original GoPro mount has here self-sticking 3M area piece, which needs to be removed, because what we're gonna do, we're gonna add this epoxy putty on this plastic. It's gonna become like a one piece, and it will take from the inner side, it will take the desired shape of the helmet. In other words, it will fill all the gaps which are here in order to firmly be fixed on the helmet in the desired position. In order to do that, we're gonna mask this area of helmet where we're gonna be using the epoxy putty. We're gonna mask it with a masking tape. Any store of this kind of materials, you can get it everywhere. And also we'll have to remove this 3M sticky pad from the plastic holder itself, and I'm expecting that it will be quite slick on the inner side. So in order to enhance the adhesion, I will use, this is like 240 mesh grinding sandpaper. I'm gonna grind inner part of it, so it would make a little bit how you call it will not be so slick, in order for the putty to properly stick on it. So now I'll see you once I prepare this piece as mentioned, and also once I mask this helmet, and we'll see how it will go further on from that point. Okay, one more thing I wanted to show you, because on the most of the videos and the preparations you cannot basically see how it is removed. It does not stick. It sticks nice and firmly, but when you want to open it, you see it does not leave any residues. So I'm gonna be, it takes a little bit of force to get it off. The bigger the surface, the harder it's gonna get. I'm hoping I will be able to remove it that way. Otherwise, I don't know, we'll have to find another way. So we won't be using this one anymore, so it doesn't matter if I break it or how it's gonna look like after I remove it. So this part of glue I will just scrape off with of course nothing else than the Swiss Army knife. As you have noticed, I didn't show you any microphone because I won't be installing any in. It's gonna be the GoPro itself. For time being, I'm gonna be only video capturing. Later on, maybe I will install some microphone in, and then I will be showing how I've done that one. So this is, as I said, this is Patex made this one. There are different manufacturers. So here, what we have here, there is a small knife. It says tear off, so we're gonna tear this off. We won't need that one. And it opens quite easily. So this is this epoxy 2-component putty. And here, what is this? This is like a piece which should be mounted somehow in this here. So now we have a small knife which we can use for cutting it in a desired amount, depending on how much we want to put. Thickness of this putty need to be as minimum as possible. We don't need to put a half inch of this putty, then it's gonna stick out. This clamp would stick out a lot. We want to be able to only basically to fill the center part will probably be very thin, and the corners where the gaps are the biggest is gonna be the thickest of this putty. So I will try to minimize the amount of putty, and we'll see how it will work. So this is it. I'm not going to be using it, I'm not going to be opening it yet. I'll show you that one later. I just wanted to see how it looks like and what did we get here. So we can close it later on. Once you've done, you just close it like this, and you can save it for probably the epoxy should hold on it, but still, if you want to be sure that it's going to hold as much as possible, that's why I would recommend as well making the surface more rough, so it would stick even better. It's, as I said, it's 240 grit. You can take even finer one. I guess I wouldn't go below 200 as it may roughen unnecessarily too much the surface. So the only point of it is to make it a little bit rough. I would say, okay, there are still some areas, I don't know if you would be able to see, the shiny areas, which you can see here around, like a square, which obviously looks like need to be a little bit more sanded off to make those rough. So, in order to clean this surface properly, to make sure that there is no any oils or grease or whatever from the skin, it's important to clean it properly. To clean it very well, it will make the adhesion better, it will stick better, and there will be a less possibility of falling off and gluing off from the plastic itself. So I'm going to be using a little bit of alcohol. It's ethyl alcohol, 70%. I guess you can use any, just to make sure that it is degreased properly. Once you clean it like this, you just have to wait, it will evaporize, and the surface should be ready directly for the epoxy putty to be put on. Okay, it's still a little bit wet, it will evaporize and it should be okay. Should be very good, I hope. We will see. I haven't mentioned, maybe somebody's wondering which kind of helmet is this. I don't know exactly the name of the model, but it's Icon helmet, matte black. It came originally with a clear visor, clear screen, but I have replaced it with a dark one. And the good thing about it is I'm basically using it during the spring and summertime. It's not for cold weather because there is a lot of air passing in. Even once it's completely locked down and all the vents are closed, it's still cold to use it in a cold weather. So I'm using it basically for the summertime. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the masking tape around the area where we're gonna be putting the epoxy, just to cover it, so it would be easy later on to peel off and to remove the so it wouldn't stick. Basically, we don't want to permanently attach this piece here. We want it to be able to remove it from it. Okay guys, I'll see you later once I put the masking tape on. So I was just putting this masking tape on, and as you can see, since it's curved surface, I'm trying to put it on, and it's not elastic. It will have some folds here in this area, but don't worry about it. These are on a micro scale, and the self-bonding two-sided tape will go on in this area, so it will not affect the whole surface at the end. As you can see, I haven't been covering a big area. I've seen that the guys on the other guys, fellow motorcyclists, were doing this, and they would put much more. They would cover much bigger area with the masking tape. I think there is no need for that, because only in this area here I'll try to minimize as much as possible the amount of the epoxy, and it will come in this area here, so it should be enough. Should be enough to remove it. If you leave more of the masking tape outside, it will probably be easier to remove it later on, but I will do it this way, and hopefully it will be no problem for removing it once it settles, once it hardens, and we will see how it will go. So now that the masking tape is on, the next step, as you can see, as I said, these small folds where the tape is, it looks like is not slick, is not 100% following the surface, but it shouldn't be any problem. Now the next step would be to prepare the epoxy. We're gonna take out we're gonna cut off let's say some amount of it. We're gonna be putting it on, and then we will add the mount in a position where it should go. We'll press it in, stick it so we are sure that the epoxy holds good, and it will fill all the gaps on the corners of it. And we're gonna leave it, I don't know how much they're saying, if I'm not wrong, it says final hardness is after 24 hours. So it starts hardening after 5 minutes, final hardness gets after 24 hours. So in other words, once we put it on, once we use it, we will leave this 24 hours on the position to be sure that it is done properly as per the recommendation. I guess that some of those the other manufacturers will some will take less time for the final hardening, but for me it doesn't matter. So one more important thing is it's gotta be waterproof. That's what they're saying. So it's, I believe that mostly they are using this kind of thing in the marine areas for fixing, and it can withstand the temperatures below 30 degrees Celsius up to 120 degrees Celsius. You can drill it, you can use the stick, you can grind it, sand it, and you can paint it as well. As I said, the surface of the mount is prepared. It's been cleaned with 70% ethyl alcohol. There are no any residues on it. Okay, gloves are on. So as you can see, it has two components. Once those two are mixed with the oxygen together, it will start the chemical reactions. Okay, so I have taken the remaining part of it, because at the first I took not enough, and now I'm gonna put it in a little bit thicker thicker layer. So once I squeeze, once I press the what's it called, the mount on it, it will take the desired, it will fill the area as desired. As you can see, this is how it looks like. I'm trying to press it as much as I can. And now I'm gonna be using this piece to take off the excess, because later on it's gonna be easier to grind it to the desired shape. If you see that there is any gap in between, you can just fill it in. As you can see, I have trimmed it a little bit. The main thing is that all of these corners are filled with the material, with this putty. We can easily add some more. So once it gets dried, we will grind it on the desired shape. It started hardening already, so there is not much time to play with it anymore. And just to make sure that it is properly set. Okay, so we have left for curing, and actually it stayed for approximately almost 3 days like this. So you can see it is all the corners, which were the most critical one, have been filled. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove this, try to peel off the tape of the helmet. Try to do it at once in a single run. Hopefully it will not leave any marks, but even if it does, we will be able to remove it from. Okay, so it went quite easy off, and as you can see, it started peeling off from the tape itself. Very nice. No residues, no any paper, no nothing here in this area. As you can see, there are areas which we will have to machine a little bit, grind it, remove the excess, make it flat together with the original plastic. The top side is the one which has this, as you can see, it has this area here with which I can recognize at the moment that it's the top one, because on the bottom one it's flat. There is no any transitions of this epoxy putty, but I'm gonna mark it just in case to make sure that I don't mess up something. I will just make a small notch on the top of it, right in the middle. There you go. Okay, now you can see that there is, you see on the top I made a notch in the center, so now I know that this is the top. Very well. Okay, so in order to remove this excess epoxy putty and to make it even, let's say on all sides and smooth, I will try to grind it off with a Dremel tool. Okay guys, first of all, safety first. We don't want any particles to drop in our eyes, because we're gonna regret later. Let's try with this speed. How flat it is compared to the other side, which we will fix now, especially this one. As you can see, it looks quite good. Well, at the moment, I try to make it as symmetrical as possible, but of course, you cannot do it perfectly. There is no need to do it perfectly. As I said, the purpose is important, the purpose of it, and not the way it looks. And by the way, it does not look that bad. Also, interesting thing and the important thing is that this epoxy filled completely all the surface, that it's completely laying down on the plastic itself, and it seems to me it's quite a good bond. Manufacturer, I used Patex as shown at the beginning of the video, and they're saying okay, it's good for metal, it's good for wood, it's good for paper, it's good for whatever, glass even, but for the plastic, test it, make a trial test, which I haven't done, to be honest, because I figured, okay, let's see, let this be a trial test. Okay, so I guess that we have finished with use of Dremel in this case, and the part is basically finished and it is ready to be cleaned with alcohol, and now I just gotta figure out the way how to paint it. So let me prepare everything for that job, and I'll see you later once that one is done. Okay guys, so we have cleaned up the mess. As always, you should clean your mess before continue to work, because working in a clean environment is always a better option. Here you can see one more time the piece which we have prepared. And now, before painting it, I'm gonna clean it one more time with the ethyl alcohol. Basic, you can get it in any pharmacy. So just to make sure that all the oils and everything is wiped off, so it would stick to the paint, or the paint would stick better to it. It's important that the white part is properly painted. The other plastic, even if the paint won't stick to it, it doesn't matter because it's black already. So just to cover to make it single color. But still, I'm gonna be painting it completely, just to see how it will look like. As I said before, guys, we cannot mess up nothing with it. It's a single piece. Even if we mess up something, we can always make another one. We can clean this off, completely grind it off, and use the same piece, same plastic, or even another one. So it won't be a big deal. As you can see, I will be using the black acrylic spray, It says it's good for plastic as well. Black color, glossy. Man, it seems that ladies and gentlemen, this one looks very nice. I didn't spray my hands, I didn't use the gloves by the way. I improvised and looks like that improvisation fit well. I'll show you how it looks like. It's a very nice, very glossy. You can see how shiny it is. Okay guys, so now that we have done and the paint is dried, as you can see here you can see how it looks like. It's very shiny, it's nice acrylic black coat. So now what we need to do, we need to mount on and glue on the double side tape. I will be using this one. It should be like very strong, ultra strong as per them. So let's see how it will work. Since the width is a little bit less than the width of the plastic we're gonna stick to it, I'm guessing that we're gonna do like it won't cover three. If I put two of those in two rows, it will still not cover everything. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it like this, and then we're gonna cut off the excess, just to be in the limits of this mount. Now it is a little bit is not perfectly flat or smooth, the surface, as you can see, but still I'm thinking of using a little bit of alcohol and a little bit of sandpaper just to sharpen it a little bit so it would stick better to it. We will sand it a little bit. This is the same sandpaper we used initially for grinding the inner part of this plastic once we removed the original double tape. And also I will be removing it from here as well, from the piece itself. Clear all sides to make sure that there are no residues, no dust. Okay, so as I said, this is a power bond, double side. It says it holds 150 kg. 150 kg. So let's see, we're gonna, okay, this one should be dry now already. So we're gonna be sticking it onto it. I have aligned one side with the edge, as you can see, and the other one, it's gonna stick on one side a little bit more because the thickness of this tape is well, two of those will be more than the thickness and than the width of this mount. So, but that's why we're gonna be cutting it off, the excess. Okay, so now you can see how much is sticking out on this side, while the other one we aligned with the mount itself. We're gonna cut off this piece anyways. So we just want to make sure that all the area is firmly pressed to be sure that it's sticking directly to all the surface of the mount itself. The only thing is that this sponge in between is white, so probably this area will be visible. Since the mount is black, the helmet is black. Normally the GoPro, the pads, the sticky pads from 3M, which GoPro uses on their mounts, seems to be like more stickier, more stronger. But this one should work. Now, as you can see, we've cut it off on all sides. Even just now I got an idea how to make. I'll try to paint this one with a black marker. So let's see if it will help. So let's try. I have a marker, so I'm gonna be painting this white piece with a permanent marker. Let's see if it will work and how it will look like. So it's not so visible, the imperfection of the cut itself. Not bad. You see, no more white line around it. So once I stick it to the helmet, it's gonna be perfect. Now we just have to mount it, like said before, and here you can see that I have marked it. You can see this line here. This is the top. All right. I believe you can see it. The lighting is not so great, but because on the bottom side there is no any, so I know that this part goes up. Gooda. Now let's bring the helmet and let's try to mount it on. Okay, so we brought the helmet back. Now what we want to do, the helmet is dirty here in this area. I want to clean it up as well with some alcohol and a paper towel, so just to be sure to, so we have the clean surface before sticking this one up, because once we stick it on, I don't want to remove it, otherwise it won't stick back again as it's supposed to. So let's just clean this baby off. So this is the area where I'm gonna put it on. We'll try to put it in the middle, right above, right below the area, so I will be able to open the vent. It will work fine, and yeah, that should be it. All right, so we're gonna peel off this red part. One's down, there's the other one. Now we're Just want to put it in the middle, exactly. Once we put it on, need to press it very firmly, as much as possible, just to be sure that it will stick to the helmet properly. Now, done. You see how it good fits to the helmet. It follows the contours of the helmet itself perfectly because we have done it especially for this place. I can say I'm quite happy with it. It doesn't seem it will fall down. It should stick and hold on the helmet itself. Good. Yeah. Cannot go anywhere. Let me try to lift my helmet for it. Okay. Strong enough. Strong enough. Excellent. There you go.